It's lovely to see you again. But that's enough jabber for now. I've got the guests and the cocoa, and I've got to whip up some food for you all later. We'll talk soon.
I'm sure we will. I'm sure we will. Alright, let's dawdle. What's the name? Dude, I already forgot the name of the father. Stanislav, right? His twilight years, the serious expression on his face, the proud posture, and the grimoire on his hand, combined with the dark background and lack of embellishments, reflects the strictness and pragmatism he always had, good old Stanislav. However, a faint red streak can be seen around his figure. Apparently, artists are particularly sensitive to seeing things that usually escape the human eye. This one should receive double emolument? For capturing the thaumaturgic aura. Here's the latest news on the riots that disrupted His Majesty Emperor Nikolai II's speech today. A moment after our gracious Emperor announced Georgy Skalin as the new Governor General of Warsaw, a group of troublemakers led by Viktor Shulsky, a group of troublemakers started yelling most disgraceful slogans. Despite reinforced security, there was a scuffle. The gendarmerie were quick to get the situation under control, however. A few people were injured, including two policemen who came to help. 30 people charged with public nuisance and brawling were taken into custody, including Viktor Shulsky. Petya Voronin.
I don't want to put my foot in my mouth again. I already failed to recognize someone once today, but you look familiar.
Well, I should think so. I was the victim of one of your starling hunts. Voronins must not be very memorable, cousin.
Petya, forgive me, and for shooting you as well. How are you doing?
Just some heart problems, not a subject for today. I'm sorry about Uncle Stanislav.
Like emotional heart problems, like love related, or like, yeah, he's gonna have a heart attack and up to the floor.
Goodbye.
It might be irrelevant for now. Alright, enough of this moaning. Let's go eat something. Basement. We got a dawdle. We got a bust of Morano. The stern countenance resembles that of a human, but the callous gaze shows no trace of human emotions. The Queen of Winter scrutinizes you, sending a shiver down your spine. It makes me think of the words, if you gaze long enough into an abyss, the abyss will gaze back at you. That's, yeah, I wouldn't have put it better, no. 365 dinner recipes for 5 zlotys by Lucina C. Kapon or pullet with sausages. I'm not gonna read that. I mean, gotta make some choices in life. Liquor recipe? That's what we're doing everything for. Give me those upgrades. That might have been a stupid thing to do, actually. Maybe should have gone for... Actually, can't even spec further. This is completely warranted. I was about to say maybe I should raise the other ones, but I can't even get them any further because I got no saluters. Right, okay. Wait, it's 2 slots. Okay, now I see. It's not like you... you only get 1 upgrade. Oh, I thought that the next upgrades would have been like... Only, like, so here there's... It's 2, right? It's 2 little things, 2 arrows. I thought it would be only 1 in the middle. Then you can... Put 2 upgrades, right? 1 at the bottom, 1 in the middle. Maybe it's something you can do at some point, but now it looks like this simply allows for... It's a slot for a more potent upgrade, potentially. Right. Okay. Surely we want something different in there. We want that one. It's the only place we can put it. So that skill is more powerful than Old Wound, simply for the fact that, well, you can put a bigger, better... upgrade on it. But the thing is we don't want to use that early on. This needs to be something that we can time whenever we want to use it. So we use that one, right? Makes sense. Use Old Wound all the time. Then when you need the healing, use Agony. Right, okay. What did we remove? Our Lust. Yeah, we really want that. Let's... Vitality on that. Let's get... Corruption on the quick attack. Beautiful. Worked out quite nicely.
I thought I'd have to drink alone.
So many goodies laid out for the guests. Having trouble picking something for yourself,
Sorry, gotta go ban someone in chat who just tried trying to sell some viewers. How do you actually delete the message? Can you do that? Is it deleted already? Whatever.
But this was Stashio's. It was special. Amber liqueur with quinces.
Liqueur.
I think you mean quince liqueur with amber, right? If it's not here, I'm sure it's in the basement. But I won't grope around down there in the dark now. I've got my hands full.
She needs to do the cocoa.
Now, I don't want to trouble you either. Victor, could you track down a little bottle for your uncle?
I suppose I'm obligated to accept this mission.
Good lad. A nephew like you is a treasure.
I almost feel bad for not doing it now. God damn it. Let's find that bottle. Jesus. But he goes down there at some point. Mother's portrait. I really like how slowly but surely we're kind of piecing the things together, piecing the pieces together and getting a portrait of, well, not say portrait because it's what's showing on screen right now, but like a portrait or an idea of what the family looked like and what everybody was like. A portrait of Mother from her youth. She stands proud, wearing a white dress and a silk scarf thrown over her exposed shoulders. Her long, dark hair flows down her back, and she glances at the viewer with a piercing smile. Bearskin and a frivolous hairstyle. That's not how I remembered her. Nadia has a young, unkempt maiden. It's hard to believe. This shocking vision of the painter must have been created in a previous era, a time when hearts were stirred with violent emotions. Poems were created to the sound of a storm, love story at the end tragically, etc., etc. Father actually commissioned such a painting. It sounds like he was a very conservative person and probably would have been more, would have wanted something so extravagant. Is that a word? Extravagant? In English? Can you say that? Extravagant. Extravagant. Yeah. Looks like it's quite a decent word to use in this scenario. We gotta find a bottle. In the cellar? Or in the basement? Where the ground floor? Damn. First floor garden, green square, like for sure it's in there, right? The light's still going strong. Okay, I guess no bottles down here. Would have been here, no? Oh. Pinot Noir from Oregon. A bottle of red wine from the United States, hard to get. An inability to articulate brought on by great surprise clings on the bottle to the bottle. It was difficult to mouth even a word of gratitude for the unique gift. Words got stuck in the throat despite the adoration for this particular liquor. It is a favorite beverage. but an unwelcome gift. Trace certain. Ligia. So that's the bottle. I guess so. Anything else? Wow. Sauvignon de Bordeaux. A bottle of white wine from southern France. An expensive beverage popular among the aristocracy. The wine carries the aroma of peaches, apples, and a certain amount of conviction that a relationship between two people is beginning to take on a romantic edge. A beverage enjoyed by the upper crust, given to a man by a woman. Quince liqueur with amber. A small bottle of quince liqueur with amber, a beverage for true connoisseurs. The bottle exudes the sweet aroma of quince and the sincere joy of an upcoming meeting. It is a beverage that brings people together and sweetens the bitterness of everyday life. An element of a ritual that two old friends would eagerly indulge in. Trace certain for Ronan. The conclusion is, he's gonna get drunk. Every bottle found in Shulsky's cellar contains a creditable beverage. Uncle Veronin wouldn't disregard any of them. Oh, still got something, no? Alright. I'm kind of wondering if I should have snapped my fingers a bit more as I was walking around, because it looked like in the cellar and it actually helped reveal things. Anyways, let's bring him the bottle, one of the bottles. Keep the better one for ourselves at some point.
How did it go? Mission accomplished?
So the one he wanted was the liqueur. That's what we're gonna...
I think this is the one Uncle wanted.
Yes. This is our little funeral battle. We would meet in Stasha's study after every funeral we went to, and raise a toast to the dead. And recently, we've been seeing one another more and more at such events. More and more. But this time, even he has left me. So, to an easy death, as Stasha and I used to say.
How did he die?
Hasn't Ligia told you?
Nope.
I haven't even had the chance to ask.
He didn't suffer, but such images in the memory are better saved for later. I'd prefer to remember him as he was alive.
Gonna keep the mystery.
Then, am I drinking alone?
Propose your own toast. Oh, we have to? My own toast, let's see what comes out.
May the ground be soft, Father. I'm not betting there's an after.
And he drinks anyway. Oh, that's good.
Well, obligation fulfilled. Shall we get to the reading of the will?
Gotta go for the pride answers. It just gives a bit more, you know, spice. Brings a bit more spice to experience. Ask about Kajat. Kajat? I don't know.
At the funeral, there was this sad Jewish fellow, Mordechai Hayat. Do you know him?
That's the guy we
Worked
talked.
for Stanisław, but that was a long time ago. I don't know him more than that. So, shall we collect our inheritance?
That's the one. That's how you say it. Shall we collect our inheritance? Brother is quite confident that he's gonna get his share.
Yeah, so let's find out what my father hasn't left me.
Let's begin if everyone is ready. Would you all please take a seat? Ladies and gentlemen, by the power of my office vested in me by the grace of His Imperial Majesty, the Emperor of all Russia, I hereby testify. Mr. Shulsky's last will and testament were prepared several years ago in the presence of Zaslav Fedorov, Esquire, that is, myself. My last will and testament recorded in the year of our Lord 1888. In the name of the Holy Trinity. Amen.
Get to it. You're out, the lawyer in silence. I think we can have some fun, right? I mean, he's just reading the thing. I mean, he's just doing the procedures. But, I mean, that would be a little fun, no?
Excuse me, but could we get to the details?
Victor.
I think we all want to address more temporal matters, don't we?
In theory,
Would you be so kind?
Of course. Here we are.
Oh, suddenly.
All movables and immovables relating to the family enterprise I entrust to the care and administration of my daughter. I do not prescribe a method of administering them. I merely offer her one piece of advice. To my brother-in-law and oldest friend, Alexander Voronin, I wish to leave the following. My collection of muskets and 2 revolvers dating to the uprising in memory of our first meeting.
Stasio, I will have plenty to do in my retirement.
Enjoy your retirement.
That's it. Ask if your mother is getting anything.
What did my father leave my mother?
Victor, be serious.
Oh!
Nothing. There is a special item reflecting the absolute lack of any bequest to my former spouse, Nadia Fyodorovna Voronina.
Wait for the end of the ceremony.
I would also like to come to the aid of my only son, Viktor Shulsky, by entrusting him with the use of my personal black grimoire, in the hope that he will be able to make good use of it. This is my last will and testament. Carry it out solemnly, though you may have found it burdensome. However, this last bequest poses a certain problem.
Yes, it's... And what is that, may I ask?
I am not in possession of this grimoire. The late Mr. Shulsky used it up until his death, yet no one left it with me after his passing.
Okay.
It's disappeared?
The only thing we got. The only thing we got is just
Did father have
She's
a
gone.
grimoire on him at the time of his death?
It was only because of the grimoire that we could identify him at all.
damn.
What actually happened? How did he die?
It's time.
A building collapsed on top of him. I don't know any other way of putting it.
I mean, if it is what it is what it is. Ask about your father's death. You already asked. Let's see what happens. Let's see if there's anything more.
It collapsed on top of him? How? How did this happen?
It was a day like any other. Papa had gone for his habitual walk. Every Tuesday and Thursday, he'd take a stroll to get some space, as he put it. When he didn't come back for a long time, I got the bad feeling something had happened. Then,
We rode there together. An entire wall of a tenement had collapsed. There were 3 victims, including Stasio, who had the bad luck to simply be walking by. To
Weird,
see them there in that condition, it's beyond description.
Weird coincidence. Of course, there's going to be nothing more that we'll learn later in the game that will show that it wasn't a coincidence. It's not going to happen. Definitely not.
The grimoire. Could someone have taken it?
Perhaps, in all that confusion.
but why would anyone want Papa's grimoire? An ordinary person won't use it. Would the Thaumaturge just happen to be passing by?
Father had all his knowledge in there, but I don't know if it would be useful to someone other than him. I don't even know why he left it to me.
I'm sure Stasio had a reason.
Don't know where this happened.
Where did it happen? Where was this building?
The southern part of Śródmieście, not far from the police
Śródmieście.
station. Anyway, you can miss it.
Of all the possibilities, this was the death that fate prepared for him.
That's quite the way to go out. He didn't deserve it. This emphasize that karma comes back. I mean, it does sound like Ligia and Jesus Christ. Sounds like Ligia and Stanislav were quite close. I mean, I don't want to say close, but at least they were. Yeah, let's not go for the pride insert here. Just show some respect, I guess.
I foresaw a slightly more pleasant end for him myself. I doubt even he deserved such a horrible death.
Decent way to put it, I guess.
Those might be the kindest words you've ever said on the subject of a father.
How
Guess she was expecting it.
sort of person to keep a portrait in his study of a family that was only a family on canvas. Not long after the painting was done, he got divorced, ruined Denijitsis, and kicked out his son. But there the portrait hangs, as if family meant anything at all.
That's a
I
good,
don't know what exactly happened with Aboritsa, but I know that Papa felt guilty. You don't want to forgive him even now that he's gone?
The dead need no forgiving. And as for forgetting, I don't know how. It's just a shame about the grimoire.
We'll find a way to get it.
What do you intend to do?
So you'll look through father's things. Admit the building is a good lead. Ask about Ivan Konechkin. Probably should.
Father evidently knew a certain Ivan Konechkin. Have you heard anything about him?
Konechkin? No, doesn't ring a bell.
He better not have the
Lots of people came to Papa's
grimoire.
store. That doesn't mean every one of them might know something about the grimoire.
That's true. You've got your work cut out for you.
Mordechai
And
Mordechai
Chayat.
Mordechai
That
Chayat.
be a lead?
I don't think so. He worked with Father, but he left more than a year ago. I don't know why. He was an assistant at our, well, my store.
Do you know where I might find him?
Sadly, no.
Do you have any other ideas?
Admit the building's a good
I
lead.
think we have to look for the answer in the place where it happened.
With your sight, you can make out more in those ruins than I, or Uncle, or Detective could.
Yeah, we're gonna
This is
feel the
good,
things.
Is it the only one?
Let's feel the objects over there. So you look through father's
Where
things.
are Father's things at the moment?
You're standing at the very center of his kingdom. Not everything has been sorted through yet, but you go right ahead.
And the store? I should check there too.
I've started stock taking there to distract myself, and I don't want you to go in there before I've finished.
But I have the feeling she's hiding something. You already know everything.
Now at least I can see how little I know. Maybe these scraps of information will lead me somewhere.
Well, now that we know what's got to be figured out, forgive me, my darlings. I'm going to give my old bones a rest.
I'll see you out.
Alright. So, looking for the grimoire now.
And, Ligia. I'm sorry it happened this way. That I wasn't close by.
The most important thing is you're here now.
Alright. Let's get this grimoire hunt going. Before going any further, I'm gonna go to the bathroom.